Event ticket in the pocket, yes. Flight arranged. Hotel booking done. So you're going to a Dr. Joe Dispenza event and it's time to get excited because these events are amazing. I love them. Until now I went to 5 and every single one of them was mind-blowing, and especially the first one was life-changing. And from my experience there, I will share the things and the ways that I prepare for an event. Hey guys, welcome to this video. My name is Koen, and if you're new on my channel, I share about personal and spiritual growth and development, and also about my experiences with the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. So if you're interested in these topics, subscribe to the channel. Also have a look in the description below, because I also share 2 videos that I already made about my experiences with his breath and doing 1,000 days of his meditation in a row, and what helped and what it did in my life. So also have a look at those. And in this video, I will share how you can best prepare for an event, and I will go into 3 topics. I will share what you can best watch, if it's smart to meditate beforehand, and what I always take with me to an event. So every time that I bought a ticket for his week-long advanced retreat, I got both his online intensive and progressive workshops with it for free. And I would, especially when you go for the first time, also recommend watching both of them, or at least as much as possible. Because in the week-long advanced retreat, he does build on the knowledge that you have there. And I know that when you go to the progressive workshop, that you get the intensive with it. And also there, in my experience, he builds on the knowledge that you already have. He does use the 2 first days on the week-long advanced retreat to do a short summary of everything that you learned there. So that is very nice, but in the end, when you have the knowledge already, you will just get more out of that week, and you will right away understand what he's talking about. So I would say watch it as far as possible. And I would say one exception, and that is when you arrive on a retreat. And I've seen this a couple of times. I've seen a couple of people that didn't watch everything yet, and then they would completely freak out and stress the day before on still trying to watch everything. And they were more in fight and flight and stress mode starting this retreat than anything else. I would watch as much as possible till you're there, but when you arrive, just go into the energy, enjoy it, go and meet people, and really surround yourself by that energy. Maybe do already a walking meditation. So I would watch as much as possible on forehand, and when you arrive there, just go completely into the atmosphere and into the energy of that retreat. Then secondly, I would also recommend to start meditating already beforehand. When you do the progressive workshop, you get 4 meditations with it for free. So in the progressive workshop, you have already 4 meditations. But for me, it was a real game changer to already start meditating, and especially just his meditations. So I meditated already for 4 or 5 years every day. And then I started with his meditations, and I have to say they helped me getting a much more fulfilled life. Also more and more to manifest my dream life, and just to find more and more self-love. And I would say if you start already beforehand, you have a couple of advantages. So first of all, you're used to his method of meditation, to his voice, to the music that he uses. And secondly, you already will raise your energy, and when you go into a retreat with a higher energy, you will just get more out there. So what I did before my first retreat was setting a 30-day challenge where I said, okay, I'm gonna do every day at least 1 meditation to see what it brings. And I do have to say, this is also just the fun part, isn't it? So the theoretical part is also fun and it's very interesting, but I love the practical part. So getting to start meditating just changes a lot. And I would just do something like that. I would just say, okay, I'm setting myself a challenge 1 week before, 2 weeks, it doesn't matter. And I chose 3 meditations. I think they're also in the progressive workshop. So I did a blessing of the energy centers. There you go through your energy centers. I did You Are the Placebo. You create a new life. And I did going into new potentials. And with that, you also start to manifest a new life and new potentials. And I loved all 3 of them. So I exchanged them a little bit in the days before the event. So that's what I would do meditation wise. Then as last part, there are still a couple of essential things that you should take to a retreat and a couple of things that I love myself, so you can just see if you like them or not. And as first thing are warm clothes. And I think that he also mentions this in his welcome email, because Joe Dispenza is known for putting the temperature in the meditation room quite low. And it's true. So it is nice when you have some warm clothes with you. And it's just really funny because in Cancun, and I went for my retreats to Mexico, Cancun, the first night you see everyone walking in shorts and in small t-shirts, and then throughout the night you see it becoming cooler and cooler in this room. And you see all these accessories being used as towels, little blankets or little towels or scarves. And it is just nice when you have it warm, I have to say. So what I wear in general in that room is, are a sweatpants, a t-shirt and a jumper. And then we come also right away to the second thing, and that's a blanket. And I have to say, since my first retreat, I have this little pink, or not little, it's a big pink, cozy blanket. I don't know how it became my Joe Dispenza meditation blanket, but it did, and it's very comfortable, I have to say. But a nice blanket is just very nice. The third thing, I would take a notebook and a pen, because it is, you always get ideas, you always want to make some notes. Especially on my first retreat, I made a lot of notes, so very nice to have. Then you need a smartphone or a device where you can put Telegram on and your headphones. The headphones are used for walking meditations, and the Telegram is used to announce what time you have to be where and so. So it's also very handy to take them. Then in general, most people meditate on the chair where they also follow the lectures. And it is pretty comfortable, so you could do that. But personally, I love my meditation pillow, and I love also meditating on a meditation pillow. So if you enjoy that, also take that one with you. And I exchange it. So some meditations I do on the chair, some meditations I do on my meditation pillow, but I love having it with me. And then another thing is eye shades. So I actually, when I started, I never used eye shades, and by now I sometimes do and I sometimes don't. But the ones that I have, I bought actually on one of the events, and normally you can buy them in the beginning of the event and they're sold out after like 2-3 days. But they're very comfortable, so you can also think of getting a pair there. And then as last thing, you could still take a yoga mat to lay on in the end of the meditation. Normally, by most of the meditations, you start sitting, but in the end you lay down for some time. And personally, I always lay on a beach towel or on a towel from the hotel. But I also see a lot of people coming in with yoga mats. So if you enjoy that, just bring it. And that were all the things that I normally do and take to a retreat. I know if it's your first one, it can also be quite scary. I found my first retreat very much out of my comfort zone. But try to enjoy it. When you arrive, just get into that energy, get to meet some people, but also take some time during the retreat for yourself to process, to just feel what comes up and what happens inside of you. And if you like this meditation, I would be super grateful if you like the video or write a comment. Look also in the description for the other 2 videos. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see future experiences with the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I wish you an amazing day.